Okay, so here's the kefir jar. I always start by getting a big spoon and doing a nice little jig. Then you move on. So this is the cheesecloth that we keep on with the rubber band. We just take that off. Here's the kefir. Looks kind of thick, doesn't really go anywhere. So the grain is right here that I can tell. And so I usually just go like this and stir it. And so it's obviously a lot more liquidy now. And then I'll just dig down until I can find the grain. And you'll know pretty easily. It's usually a pretty large piece. I rub the back of the spoon, take the grain out. So this is the kefir that you can eat or drink or put in your smoothies or whatever you want to do. So I'll put that in my smoothie. Now it'll still leave a coating, so then we have to go over and wash it.
While he's washing that, I'll show you, we have two rotating through. So here you can see the other kefir grain. So it gets pretty thick on the top. So the consistency can be between really, well, this is about as thick as it gets, right, babe?
No, this is as thick as it gets.
Oh, okay.
This one's, yeah, thinner.
So it could be as thick as yogurt or even just like a slightly thicker milk.
So I usually drain it a little bit, obviously, before so you can see this grain a lot better than you can see that one. And then I just plop it back in, throw the spoon in the sink. Then you just get regular milk. The more fat in the milk, the better, usually. But you can do low-fat milk as well.
Yeah,
Fill it up with, we do about a half of this mason jar, which is a small mason jar, but it's probably a cup of milk. And that does plenty for about 2 days in the winter and 1 day in the summer. So the warmer it is in your house, the faster the kefir is gonna churn. And so if you have a warm place where you're keeping it, or a warm home during the summer, or right next to a heater vent or something, then it's gonna churn really quickly, and you'll have to eat it more often. Otherwise, mine does about every 2 days in the winter.
Our grains are also huge, so if you get half the grain, it will do it a little bit slower too, maybe.
We started off with a much smaller grain, and then
it gets bigger and bigger. So you know it's gone too long if you see that it's separated, that there's a big like curdle of milk and then there's a clear liquid at the bottom. That means it's too far. You can just take the grain out, throw that away, and start over again. It's pretty forgiving. And that's it.